timing is the #1 key to hitting.
Yeah.
If you're not on time, your swing breaks down. You can work on swings all you want, and all you're going to be doing is patching up symptoms. But the root of the problem, or the root of hitting, is timing.
They're all off-speed pitches. They're all trying to destroy the hitter's timing.
Like that changeup right there.
Yeah.
But that's just a straighter off-speed pitch, right?
A little easier maybe to throw for a strike. Maybe you don't want a ball moving in toward a hitter, so you throw a changeup that'll stay out away from him. But they're all off-speed pitches. It's all, you don't want that guy to have you timed. So you're always adding and subtracting.
He's giving himself enough time to get to that fastball inside. You know what that does? It opens up everything else. He's giving himself enough time to get to that fastball inside. You know what that does? It opens up everything else.
How do you feel right now? Are you where you want to be as to your at-bats and your playing time?
Yeah, pretty much. Timing still got a little ways to go. It's kind of, it'll pick up in the next week or two. But yeah, that's all you want is in good health and getting your legs underneath you. But kind of right where you need to be. It's always kind of the same thing every spring. Once the last 2 weeks hit, then your timing starts to get pretty locked in. So we're almost there.
Wild pitch. That one is gone. Don Baylor has just hit his 19th home run of the year, and the Red Sox go out in front 2-0. Well, if he didn't have that one timed perfectly, didn't he? Well, if he didn't have that one timed perfectly, didn't he? Well, if he didn't have that one timed perfectly, didn't he?
I mean, the 2-home run game was really nice. You know, that felt like a weight off my shoulders. You know, other than that, it's been, you know, a lot of early work and stuff like that to try to get my swing back, my timing back. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is just getting my timing back. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is just getting my timing back. And I think that's been the biggest thing, is just getting my timing back.
Especially with Stanton, the way he's swinging the bat right now, his timing just has not been there. His timing just has not been there. It's interesting to see teams get him out the same way over and over again, and it's with four-seam fastballs. You can see the way catchers especially are setting up on Giancarlo with high targets, pitchers at the top of the zone getting the ball by him. The Boston catchers were almost standing up this entire series. Now he can hit the ball up, but it's a matter of timing. This is what it looks like when he's good. Right on top of that, Fultonevich at 96. And his timing is perfect. This is his great run in the second half of last season. So that is a place where he can get on top of pitching. He's got a very flat stroke. But to me, he's trying to generate power. The timing's not there. Just at bat really caught my attention. Bobby Pointer throwing 90-91. Now that he's going to throw the same pitch in the same spot at below average velo and getting this guy out. He's too good of a hitter to get out one way. You're showing him the same pitch 5 times in a row, and he still can't time it, See you later. He's gone. I don't see anything really wrong with what he's doing at the plate. I've looked at all the videos. It's just a matter of timing.
Although the now bulked-up slugger had hit 40 home runs in 1996, he remained undisciplined at the plate, often hacking at balls well outside the strike zone. One sports writer wrote, he would attack a paper cup if it came floating toward home plate.
Sosa had a good year statistically in 97, but he struck out a lot and really was an object of derision on the Cubs because he had signed this big contract, and they felt like that his numbers were hollow.
The Cubs' hitting coach had devised a plan to help Sosa become a more patient batter.
They would do this repetition drill where they would throw the ball, and Sammy would tap his foot on the ground as like a loading device to load his body, and then he would follow through with his foot and then just connect. And it was just this one little motion, this little hitch that they had changed his swing, that took him from Sammy Sosa, the really good player who maybe was a little overrated, to Sammy Sosa, the superstar.
A little bit my delivery trying to mess up his timing.
What that does to a hitter when you have a pitcher mixing your timing up like that, you usually try to hit, when he goes back, your hands go back to get some rhythm. When he messes you up like that,
That's how you get great runs like those numbers he's had right there.
You know, it's particularly a problem for the first three hitters. Revere, especially Donaldson and Batista coming up behind them with the leg kick.
What that does to a hitter when you have a pitcher mixing your timing up like that, you usually try to hit. When he goes back, your hands go back, you get some rhythm. When he messes you up like that, that's how you get great runs like those numbers he's had right there.
He's slightly late. You got to give yourself a little bit more time to hit. He's slightly late. You got to give yourself a little bit more time to hit.
I really applaud Carlos Pena. He's one of the few guys in this industry of hitting, or talk about hitting, that bring up the topic of timing. The timing affects everything else down the line. The timing affects your swing technique, your swing plane, your swing mechanics. And his comment of giving yourself more time to hit, what's that result back into? It results into a smoother swing, easy, less stressful, not as exertive. But the bigger question is, what is the recipe? What is the formula that is inside of improving your timing?
But now, what? He's becoming a gladiator, kid. You know what? When you're doing life echoes in eternity. And now he's going blocker down pitches. Then before, he's going the other way, just kind of like serving them off. You know what? He gets ready to hit, gets the pitch a middle in, and he's not even straining to get the barrel to the baseball. You know what? He gets ready to hit, gets the pitch a middle in, and he's not even straining to get the barrel to the baseball. And he's not even straining to get the barrel to the baseball.
There you go. He's not even straining to get his barrel to the baseball. So logically, you ask yourself the question, why isn't he straining to get himself to the baseball? And the answer Carlos Pena is sharing with the audience, I also share with you, is this. He's changed his timing. And having studied timing for like the last 26 years, I've learned that there's different layers to timing. There's the sub-layer to timing where you see how the batter is timing his own body. His in harmony with himself. And this involves the hitter's hitting model, and it also involves the hitter's hitting tempo. What is his natural athletic disposition? Should it and will affect his hitting tempo? The next sub-layer to timing is understanding how the hitter is going to correspond himself with the pitcher's positioning or the pitcher's body. Meaning how and when the pitcher gets into a position, how is the batter going to counter with his positioning? And this is where the pitcher's common denominator is a valuable necessity and tool for the hitter to use. And now the deeper sub-layer is the timing of the vision and the timing of the brain. It's the timing of the brain, the timing of your thoughts, and the timing of your vision that is really the driving motor for all the layers that are above it when we talk about hitting and discussing the topic of timing.
Look at this right here. Low, it's nice and smooth, great control. This was an absolute rocket. It was like a 2-iron and just kept on rising. Pitches inside, it looks like he knows they're coming. But in reality, all that matters is the fact that he's giving himself enough time to get his A swing on the baseball. None of these home runs look like he's actually forcing it or trying harder. But in reality, all that matters is the fact that he's giving himself enough time to get his A swing on the baseball. None of these home runs look like he's actually forcing it or trying harder. None of these home runs look like he's actually forcing it or trying harder. But he's on time, Jim, and the placatas are just coming and coming. Look at these numbers. This guy is MVP for me in the National. He's the best player in the National League in the second half.
So what's really going on? What did Christian Yelich change from last year to this year? Some of the more obvious things that he's changed is inside of his hitting model and his hitting tempo. If you watch very carefully, his arrangement of his hitting model, he's added something. He's added a hitting additive or a hitting supplement. He's added a compression to his hitting stance, a compression to his hitting model. Next, what really stands out to me is he's changed his hitting tempo. He's gone from a fast medium hitting tempo to now a slow medium hitting tempo. And now, to be even more precise, he's arranged his hitting model and he's arranged his hitting tempo to fit the pitcher's common denominator. And now into the deeper sublayers to timing, I believe because he's added this compression part of his hitting model and he's changed his hitting tempo, it ultimately affects what I call his timed perception. He has improved his timed perception for the ball. And a batter's timed perception is driven by the timing of the hitter's brain and the timing of the hitter's vision.
Bautista and the strikeout. Got him. Strike 3 call on Bautista. And he gets Bautista for the second time.
And I did have to make some changes to my hitting approach and the way I went up to the plate, because I used to get started so late that the only way that I could try to be on time sometimes was to be quick. So this was my speed. So by the time I tried to come around, the ball was already on top of the plate and everything was so late. So and I had heard it a million times. Start slower and early, start slower and early, but to me that didn't make a lot of sense until we watched video. We got a mirror, they showed me.
Okay, allow me to interject some study and research. What Jose Bautista is referring to is a slower tempo, how he's going to counter with the pitcher. I've mentioned this concept before in other videos. I will mention it again. Everyone has a natural wiring in their brain as to how they will respond to a stimulus. Sometimes, as in the case of Jose Bautista and Christian Yelich, they respond to a stimulus better when they sort of ease into the stimulus. Don't rush me. Don't make me hurry. On the opposite spectrum of slow and easy type of tempo is a sudden tempo. Players like Alfonso Soriano, players like David Ortiz, or even players like my son, Alex KIRILLOFF, and even Mike Trout. All these players respond to the stimuli under a sudden tempo. Don't make me wait. I don't want to go slow and easy. It's going to happen suddenly. And the tempo you choose to hit from has a direct effect. It's directly correlated how well and consistent you can time your vision. Your tempo affects your vision. Coaches, players, parents, before you jump on a bandwagon of trying to be a slower and earlier type of hitter, just consider this little story. Someone gave my son the advice, hey, Alex, try getting yourself started earlier and slower. And you know what happened? It messed him up. He was in a funk for weeks. Things started to click back into place again for Alex when he reverted back to being a sudden tempo hitter, not start slower and earlier. He's wired to be a sudden tempo hitter. Okay, let's get back to Jose Bautista's story and his explanation of a slow tempo hitter.
I basically didn't change much physically. It's just a matter of getting my load started sooner when the pitcher is getting ready to throw the ball.
Okay.
So I used to get my hands going as the pitcher was past the point of releasing the ball, as to where now I get to the top of my load before the pitcher lets go of the ball.
So you're thinking get a little started earlier, and it looks to me actually that your leg kick is a little higher this year than it was last year.
It is. That's just where I found the rhythm.
Okay.
But the point is that I started getting ready way earlier, and that's what's allowed me to be consistent on a more regular basis, and also to pick up the ball better,
Like the way he is aware of his body and his timing. He actually has mentioned it a few times in interviews that what he cares about most is his timing. What is your key when you go up to the plate? Don't give me away your secrets, but one thing that you can say that is your number one priority when you're at the plate.
Yeah, I think is getting ready in the on-deck circle with my timing.
One thing that you can say that is your number one priority when you're at the plate.
Yeah, I think is getting ready in the on-deck circle with my timing. It's getting ready in the on-deck circle with my timing. It's getting ready in the on-deck circle with my timing.
Another guy that's just really impressive to me is Taylor. I mean, the way that he has just erupted into the scene, and that's not come easy. That's been a process for him. And this video comes to you by courtesy of my friend Daniel Dowd. I got to give credit where credit is due. Check him out right here, Taylor, with the Mariners. I mean, he's really just stationary. There's not a lot of movement in his setup. He had not the rhythm was just not there. And right here, he really runs into a baseball. All he had probably his maximum exit velocity, and the ball just gets through warning track. Now, check this out, Cliff. Pretty much exactly the same contact, different style, leg kick now. That ball is way out. And you're like, wait a second. Did he lift so many weights in the offseason that he got stronger? Not quite. When he went out and just tried to pick from his favorite players, look at the hands of Mike Trout. He wanted to get that same angle right there, and he kind of made it his own. It was slightly different, but somewhat similar. And why not? Pick from the best and try to just redefine your swing. He worked it instructionally, actually. How about this leg kick? Turner, hey, you're my teammate. I need to learn about this leg kick that you got going. More rhythm, better timing. And wow, just all that leverage. And then how about the feet of Arenado? How he moves and sets his hips. Just by moving his feet, keeping that rhythm going. Man, it's all about timing. And all of a sudden he gets that fluid swing. Because as hitters, what is our goal? We just want to be on time as many times as possible so that we can deliver the best swing to the baseball. Well, let me show you the results. So when he started doing this leg kick and the rhythm and all that stuff, check out the difference. The first on the left right here from 14, 16, only 1 home run. 2017, 21 home runs. Look at that OPS. I mean, it's just the difference is huge. And the games are similar right there. He's playing more often, but he just basically became a force. Now he's an offensive threat. Watch out for Taylor because he's ready. He knows what he's doing out there. And what I love, Cliff, is he just said, you know what? Timing. How do I get timing? The leg kick was a timing move. The moving the feet before he hits is just trying to get on time to be able to deliver that clean blow. Also, the leg kick is about, timing. It's timing. Timing is the number one key to hitting. Yeah. If you're not on time, your swing breaks down. You can work on swings all you want, and all you're going to be doing is patching up symptoms. But the root of the problem, or the root of hitting, is timing.